Get underway. What do you expect of this game in the early going?
I think SoCal is just going to take it to them. They're going to try to get on the board quick. They're going to spread the ball wide and play a very expansive game. The West, I think, are going to try to keep it a little tighter maybe, play some good rugby, and try to spoil anything that SoCal throws at them.
All right, SoCal with the kickoff from Alex Ross, the fullback, fielded there by the West. And that's hit up off the edges. That is Tony Lewis. Goes to school at Nebraska, Omaha. Plays his rugby at Pearl City.
And we got
a situation there where the ball was taken back into the quarter, kick to touch. The line out will come back. Today's jersey, SoCal, they're in the green stripe with the white shorts. The West are in the white with blue trim and blue shorts.
And early mistake by the West, kicking that ball into touch when it was brought back inside the 22. Oh, look at that take by Buchanan. We talked about how he took down everything on Thursday, and he continues to excel in the line out today, early on.
Takua Fool with the hit up there. Charges after the defense.
Ruck was strong before hands went on.
So, Southern Cal with the infraction in the lineup will have the first chance at points. What a beautiful catch here, Brian.
Oh, look at that take. What a fantastic lift, too. Perfect position was Ross Silverman. I'm not sure who was in the front. It might have been Brendan Purcell, but good reach, good execution. Nice throw by Joey Brown. Oh, there you saw the penalty. You said the ruck was already formed, and when Seven put his hands in there, it looked like a pretty good play by Lineweber, who's normally way out in the back line.
Yeah, no, he's listed in the bios for the West as a flanker, number 10 and number 12. So today he's wearing the loose forward jumper.
Well, you love that versatility in a player. Let's see about Duncan Kelms. First effort is good.
So, Southern California, only a minute and a half into the game, they've got the early penalty kick. They take the 3-0 lead over the West.
And there's Brendan Purcell, whose brother is the scrum half wearing number 9 today, whose father, Mike Purcell, former Eagle teammate of mine. Congratulations on both those two.
And we're back underway here. Southern Cal brings it down through number 6, Richard Herbert. Ruck set there. And that's one of those Purcell's, Jamie, scrum half. Sends it back to his fly half, kicks downfield. And that will be fielded by the West. The ball comes wide. Good tackle there. Finds his support player there. That's the fullback, Sadid Bull Mikhail from LSU. West hit it up to their number 8, Derek Query. Southern Cal working hard here, though. Ball is not coming out cleanly for the West, though they do have possession.
That's going to be a penalty against SoCal.
The drop kick attempt is going to be way short. They had the penalty already sorted out. So the West, they will get a penalty kick right on halfway, just inside Southern Cal territory.
Well, you think if he's ambitious enough to try a drop goal from past midway, you think he's probably going to try to line up for 3 points there, Hamish Roberts. Let's see what they elect to do here. Yeah, easy call on that penalty against SoCal. Saw the West coming back with it, and the SoCal player still hanging on.
Here we take a look. Brian, pretty simple there. There it is. The ball's coming back for the scrum half. Yeah, Bobby Johns and Southern Cal had their hands all over it.
I think that might have been Dave Buboltz who had come in for the blood bin while Brendan Purcell gets attended to.
Good kick there from the West. Takes play into Southern Cal territory. Have our first look at Dan Wallenstein from Colorado State. Good throw there, finds Casey Rock.
Oh, nice play, you got it.
Good spin around. And that's Wallenstein once again. Big front row for this West side. A lot of wrestling skill in there, Brian. The ball's back. Johns takes it out wide. That's number 13, the outside center, Hunter Leland. Johns running the side, takes it up the blind side. That's Tony Lewis, but that ball's been turned over. It's been lost in the tackle. Southern Cal with possession. Purcell with the clearing kick, but I think we're probably going to come back for the scrum.
Yeah, pretty good recycling by the West. They got all the way across field, but good tackling once again by SoCal. Put up that picket fence, not able to barge through. Where the West, they forced that knock on. And let's see the play right here. 3 or 4 Griffins Well, he was into touch before. I think he knocked it on. But it looked like, I think that was Tony Lewis who lost the handle. Oh, good scrum. Again, we talked about the front row. Mike George and Tony Lewis for the West. Both recruited for wrestling in school, in college.
Closer, guys, closer.
And I think the ref just warned them for the early shove.
Crouch!
Remember, they got to do
Touch.
crouch, pause, engage.
Eyes up, point.
Still
Big shove
effective.
there. Good work there from the number 8 though, from Southern California, Zach Heller. And a nice clearing kick there from the scrum half, Jamie Purcell. Didn't find touch though. That's going to get in the hands of Adam Ducoing. Finds his fullback. Good ball there. Quick possession. That's the outside center. Number 13, Hunter Leland. The West just building phases right here. That's Wonstall, the hookup. Southern Cal defense, some good work there from the number 6, Richard Herbert. And they're going to be rewarded with the penalty for the hands in the ruck by the West.
Leave it alone.
The West is going to be disappointed with that. They had some good recycling going on. It might have been Bobby Johns that got called for the hands in, but it's going to be a big break for SoCal. They're going to be able to relieve pressure here, going for touch.
The next 10 minutes of live action are brought to you by Lowe's Hotel, where luxury and value meet. Pretty solid start for both sides. They're really sort of, this is a typical championship style match, Brian. They're feeling each other out. Both sides having some opportunities. Both sides being able to repel the offense.
And I'm pretty happy with the way the West has played. They kind of kept it in the Southern Cal end of the field.
That's the skipper for Southern Cal, Joey Brown, the hooker, with the throw.
Oh, another nice take by Buchanan.
This is going to have to go out. That's going to be knocked on, though, by the Southern California. It's the outside center,
Forward, scrum.
Stephen Mulhall with the knock on. A lot of traffic there, Brian. Tough ball to handle.
Yeah, he should have brought it down, though. He's an experienced player from Ireland, transfer student. Played wonderful in the Sweet 16. There you see the breakdown. As you can see, it's San Diego State dominated. They made it to the Final Four. Gave BYU a very good game in the semifinal. And those players are rewarded here, trying to get some All-American honors.
Good scrum there. Southern Cal, though, with a little bit of disruption there. Not as clean as the number 8. Derek Query would have liked, but it's gone wide now.
He used his man as a blocker.
Absolutely. Just
Check the defender
cut
out
off the
there.
tackler. As we would say in Australia, Brian, a sheep herder. Shepherd.
Right, about 12. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, referee in good position, Tim Luscombe.
Duncan Kelm will step up here to clear the ball from the Southern Cal territory. Takes play up near the quarter line for the West, and we will have a line-out.
Okay, watch the West player cross. There you see him going to use, you see him, Jamie Purcell got blocked out, Joey Brown also obstructed quite a bit. Kind of a no-brainer call for the referee. And let's see, number 4 again, yep.
Some good work there, and he's going up against Casey Rock head-to-head. All right, good run there. That's Nick Regas, the inside center for Southern California. Southern Cal, a little dot there for Purcell. The number 9 variety of Purcell. Southern Cal. Now their opportunity to build the phases. Good work there.
Yeah, the referee said it was out. It was just sitting there for a little bit. Kelm was trying to line up for a drop goal.
And Kelm takes it up now. Good pass. Finds the fullback, Alex Ross. Another one of these San Diego State players.
Yeah, Ross full of speed.
Little inside ball there in the number 8. Zach Heller. That ball just squirts out off the side. Looks like the West is going to regain possession here off that loose ball out of the ruck. They just force it up off the edge. Dan Wonstollen already very busy in this first half. The ball's back. That kick will not find touch. Goes down to the fullback, Ross. Has support outside. That's the wing, number 11. Peter Tiberio, as we said in the open. Tons of speed, loves the opportunity to get in the open field. Southern Cal keep the pressure on.
That looks like a turnover again by the West.
Yep, they've got the turnover and the advantage. So they, McCall from LSU looked like he was responsible for that turnover. The fullback for the West. And once again, the threat is turned away, Brian.
Yeah, excellent defense by the West. And just when it looked like Southern Cal was going to do some damage, maybe knock something over for a 5-pointer. There, you could see Kelm lining up for the 3-pointer at least, but that didn't materialize. But again, the West able to get off the hook. Some good, strong defensive play.
As we have a look here, the West starters, LSU, 3, really spread out amongst a lot of schools throughout the West. Colorado with a couple of guys, as Colorado State, Wyoming. So they have really cast the net far and wide for this West side. Nice delayed ball there, the winger coming around.
Oh, if he could have got that ball out, it looked like about a 4-on-1 out here on this side.
So we got good possession here. Once again, the phases. Pressure there by number 4 from Southern Cal. That was Buchanan. Looked like the ball was knocked on, but the referee plays on. Hamish Roberts with the kick, and there is space back there, but that's going to go straight into touch. He had the right idea because the space was available, but he overcooked that one, Brian, straight into touch, so we're going to have the line out back in the territory of the West.
Yeah, second bad kicking error by Roberts.
Back to the original kick.
Yeah, costly error. And let's see if Buchanan, again, he's taken down 3 good balls for Southern Cal.
Good to see the kids out here enjoying this. Southern Cal a little sloppy that time. That was once again Buchanan, but the ball did not come cleanly away. The West pounce, but Southern Cal turns it over. And that was knocked on. Just a little knock on, trying to accept the pass.
That's fine. Scrum here.
From
Lost forward.
Iliasia
Scrum, white ball.
Tukavu.
I think Tukuafu.
Tukuafu. That is correct. From BYU in Hawaii. The Churchill Cup at International Rugby Tournament is here in Glendale and Denver for the first time. You can watch the matches right here on Fox Sports with the USA Eagles squaring off against the England Saxons tomorrow night starting at 6, followed directly by Georgia and Ireland at 8. The finals will be held at Dick's Sporting Goods Ground in Commerce City next Sunday, June the 21st. So log on to GlendaleRugby.com for more information about this fantastic international tournament.
It was great to see the Eagles out here earlier doing a little bit of a walkthrough.
Yeah, getting ready for the England game. Once again, the kicking game is letting down both sides right now, but it's being particularly harsh on the West.
Yeah, Bobby Johns that time overstruck that straight into touch. And that last line out that SoCal threw, that Buchanan was the target, but it went awry, and a nice play at the tail of the line by the West, Derek Query. Able to get something going for the West. Beautiful.
Good throw, excellent throw from Joey Brown.
And they got to throw it over that 6'9" Casey Rock at the front. They had that timing down exquisitely so far in the early goings.
Nice up and under there. And that's going to be met there by the Southern Cal Chasers, perfectly timing the chase off the Jamie Purcell bomb. Ball's loose here, and it's just going to squirt into touch. Southern Cal with tons of pressure on the winger, Adam Ducoing from the West. But they've gone quick. And the West trying to find an opportunity. The defense is good though. The West looks like they've maintained position here. No, they've knocked it on in the ruck. And that's brave rugby there, Brian, going straight off the quick line out deep in your end zone.
Yeah, you know, Rich Cortez wants him to play rugby. He's going to let the players make the decisions. He doesn't want him to screw up like they did at the end of that one. But again, they got him off their own goal line, so it's a pretty heads-up play by the West. And that was a perfectly weighted high ball by SoCal just prior to that. It landed just in front of the 22, so there was no mark available. And as you said, the timing of the tacklers was perfect to when the receiver caught that.
Right off the back there, comes out to the winger. Grant does well inbounds. And he's given good possession back. Goes to the fly half. Now it's back with the forwards. That's the prop. Brandon Purcell back on the field after a little attention. And that's number 10.
Ooh.
Duncan Kelm.
Got away with an elbow to the face of the West defender.
Now is Nick Regas, the outside center, the inside center, feeds it up. Peter Tiberio. And Southern Cal building the phases. We'll have a drop goal attempt here from Southern Cal. That is a bit wide, so we're going to come out for a 22-meter dropout. And Brian, we talked a little bit about the Churchill Cup as we take a look here at this elbow.
Oh yeah, he got it up high.
Right into the
I think that was Boo Michael maybe, the fullback who came in to play defense. No, it was the open side flank, Luke Lineweber.
Yep.
Actually, Logan Collins. I finally got it right. He was all over the place doing the dirty work against the military, against the Marfood side on Thursday.
Once again, another poor kick from the West goes straight into the touch, so we're coming back here for a scrum down to Southern Cal. Well, Brian, we had the Churchill Cup here in the United States in Denver. This is a great time of the year. We got the Nations Cup in Bucharest, Romania. The Pacific Cup has started. We got the tours down to Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, the British Lions. You just got to love the month of June.
Fantastic month. Especially, I mean, you gotta love it too if you live in the Denver area. Lots of rugby in those areas. Of course, they showcase Infinity Park as we see SoCal call for coming in from the side. There you heard the referee Luscombe saying you got to come in from the gate, from behind that ruck.
And of course, we've got the Junior World Cup Championships going on in Japan right now. Semi-finalists are set there. South Africa is going to meet England, while the old foes, Australia and New Zealand, are going to get it on in the semi-finals. So a lot of great competition in rugby all around the world in the month of June.
Ray, you're just a wealth of information today.
And
more.
And the greatest car race in the world, Le Mans, is up today. Gotta love Le Mans. All right, I've been told that's enough of car racing. Let's stick to the rugby. Great tackle there.
Hit.
Great tackle coming across there. Southern Cal, though, the free kick, though. Free kick was already being played advantage to for the West.
Not a material impact. I'm not going to give you it.
I think that was Richard Herbert with a big hit for SoCal. Had a very good game against the Pacific Coast on Thursday.
White ball.
I see the hit. Hamish Roberts just held on it a little bit too long. Would have forced a knock on, but the referee obviously had called the earlier penalty. And Bobby Johns elects to scrum it down here for the West. They've been pretty good in the scrum.
Yeah, they've put some pressure. Southern Cal, though, were able to get a wheel just a little while ago just to make things difficult for the West. But that's a good ball, and that's come away from Query, the number 8.
7 roll. 7 green roll.
Now they may have driven it over. Not good redrive by the West.
Excellent counter-rucking there. And that ball's punched up. Mike George keeps it going forward for the West. Little kick through there for the winger. Who's going to get this one? Oh, knock-ons both ways. Could have gone either way. We had players attacking the ball, Brian, and you love to see that when the ball's in the air.
Yeah, it looked like Charlie Uema for the West was going to pick up that ball, and he had a lot of green in front of him. You see him just a little bit upset. Let's see good competition for the ball from both sides. And Alex Ross, you saw what he wanted to do. He wanted to tip it back in bounds to himself, and then Uema almost had that with a little bit of green in front.
Johns with the feed for the West.
Oh,
good tackle there.
Query did well, though.
Query did well to maintain clean possession there for the West, and they keep it on. The West just building the phases, though. Looks like that ball's trapped in there, so we're going to have a scrum down. West with possession moving forward. They will have the feed to the scrum. The next 10 minutes of live action are brought to you by Alpha Graphics for all your visual communications needs. We're almost at the halfway point of this first half, Brian. It's been a really even contest.
Crouch. Touch.
Yeah, it certainly has. The West, you know, they come back. It looked like Southern Cal had a couple of scoring opportunities, but now the West, we find them right back down inside the 22. I think if they keep it in hand, they're going to do much better than when they kick it. They've always seemed to have trouble when they put the ball on the foot. There's Duncan Kelm. Nice offload.
Beautiful offload. That's Nick Regas, the inside center. Keeps it alive for the Southern Cal side. It's his quick attacking rugby that Southern Cal, they like to play it. Jamie Purcell, the scrum half, keeps it going. And now it goes out. There's Duncan Kelm. He is tackled. Lays it back though. Southern Cal retains possession. Stephen Mulhall sets it up well. And now it's Southern California's turn to build the phases. The ball is behind Kelm, so he's going to have to go clean that up. Forwards are back there though. A little uptight, the ball's coming back. Attempted drop goal, that's going to be pushed well wide. So for all that effort, Southern Cal comes away with nothing, Brian. This will come out to a 22-meter dropout.
Yeah, I think a little more patience by the SoCal backs. You know, pin it down in the corner, try for a line-out. Buchanan's been very effective on both sides of the line-out toss.
22 dropout kick for the Mustangs.
Deep kick there for the restart. Comes down to Tiberio. Has a look, sums up the options, and hoists it very high. Good kick there, knocked on. This is an opportunity for Southern Cal because they got numbers.
Not a bad
That's
pass.
taken on there.
Brendan Purcell, former center, not a bad pass.
Well, you gotta love it when the centers move into prop. Now it goes out. Purcell spins it out. That's Regas. Loose pass there in traffic. It's going to be maintained by Southern Cal. That's Ross. The fullback sees space, and he's going to get it for the first time again to Southern Cal Griffins. Alex Ross, the fullback from San Diego State University, extends Southern Cal's lead 8-0 over the West. 21 minutes into this first half, Brian, and that was sustained good build-up.
Well, again, I think a little more patience. We saw that on the Southern Cal side. They had a couple of overloads. It started from that turnover, though, on that nice hauled ball by Tiberio. Wasn't handled cleanly by the West, and then they went on attack. Nice little play by Brendan Purcell, and that kind of started things off for this Griffin side, and a good finish that time by Alex Ross. Here's a nice pickup. Mulhall, quick hands there. Alex Ross did really well to keep that ball alive. And again, some of those SoCal passes have been behind the receiver, but they did well to accept. And Alex Ross dots down for the first try.
And as we await Duncan Kelm lining up this conversion attempt, I'd like to welcome Dan Payne, Eagles assistant coach, and now, whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, former head coach of the San Diego State University team. Dan, welcome aboard.
How you doing? Glad to be here. Well, it's fortunate right now that's a San Diego State player that scored the try, and now we have one kicking the conversion. So I'm enjoying the game quite a bit.
Oh, that one just shaves the outside of the upright. Unsuccessful conversion by Duncan Kelm. Southern California maintains the 8-0 lead over the West. And Dan, mixed emotions right now. A lot of you guys, you see it out here now. In the game beforehand, you saw a lot of who are going to become your future players.
Yeah, you know what? Can't really be disappointed by either. There were a lot of great performances by a lot of the Life University players in that game that we just watched, and there's a lot of guys that I've spent a lot of time with over the last 3 years playing their hearts out here today, and it's really enjoyable.
All right, Jamie Purcell, nice nudge. That's a good kick, and that's going to find Tiberio. He's going to make the step around. Has he got the speed to get all the way into the corner? Yes, he does! Try time, Southern California, straight after the kickoff, 13-0. And Bryant Vizard, boy, Southern California, they know to rack him up quickly.
Well, so dangerous, that Tiberio. You know, we've seen him in the centers in the past for University of Arizona. He's on the wing now, and that's a very nice bounce that went his way, eluded the West defenders, and we talked about the speed this guy has, able to just gas right past a couple of the West defenders. You should look at the fullback just standing still, and the ball goes right to Tiberio. Nice step right there on number 14, Adam DeCoyne, and then too much gas. Does well, dives a little short of the line. Nice try by the SoCal Griffins.
Yeah, no question the try was scored. The corner flag went got knocked down actually by one of the defenders, so Good try there to Southern California. Good crowd in this afternoon. Got a lot of the teams that competed earlier throughout the day from the National Guard, USA Rugby National Territorial Championships. It's been some good performances this weekend, Dan.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great performances, a lot of things to be really optimistic about for the future. That Tiberio, I've seen him score tries like that for the past couple of years against San Diego State, and you know, it's nice to see him get one here for a side that is a representative of San Diego State, so in the Southern California Union. But he's got some serious gas. He can really get after it and get up the sideline like that.
And Dan, State, you know, all the way to the Final Four this year. I know that was a goal to get to that distance. It must have been a very rewarding season for you.
It was. It was something that, you know, you watch student athletes like these guys work so hard and have that be the common goal for such a long time that's kind of what drives you. And you want them to experience success just because of the amount of time and work that they put into it. So yeah, it was a great year.
And I know the decision must have been just gut-wrenching for you to take on the role at Life. Tell us a little bit about that decision process.
Yeah, that was a tough decision because, you know, it's like I said, even when we're here tonight, I'm sitting with a lot of the parents of the San Diego State kids that we spent the last 3 years with. But the opportunity at Life was something that I couldn't really pass up, and that it's a full-time coaching position, and the university is really, really supportive behind the rugby program, and they want to bring in an undergraduate program to add to their already successful, you know, Super League program that they have. Scott Lawrence has done an amazing job down there, and he's, you know, built things up from an undergraduate perspective and a Super League perspective.
Come in, guys. We just had a sub. Time's off.
All right, the West have made a change here. Number 10, Hamish Roberts has come off. Number 18, James Gallo has come into the game. So he has actually gone to the scrum half. And it looks like Bobby Johns is going to go back and fill in at fly half.
Yeah, I think there's been a whole reshuffle in that back line. It looks like Hunter Leland went into fly half and Johns went into the centers. He played the centers yesterday, on Thursday, played the centers for one of the halves. So he's got some experience there.
Alex Ross sends the kick down. And now we're going to return kick by the new player onto the field, James Gallo. Sends it down into the Southern California territory. Outside the quarter, so that ball's going to be staying infield. And that's Bobby John's little chip through. Chases are there, and he's going to regather his own kick. Check that, that's the fullback. Boumakel regathers, and now the West, they'll just hit it up. That's Casey Rock. Now it comes out. Yes, number 13, Hunter Leland has gone to fly half now for the West. They're recycling the ball well. Opportunity here. The defense from Southern Cal is good. They just hurt them towards the sideline. They're going to have the throw into the lineout. So once again, Ryan, this defense from Southern Cal really playing the width well.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job keeping containing this West attack, stretching it from sideline to sideline, but doing a really good job. And Dan, you've probably been out here all week. What players have impressed you so far of all the sides that have played?
You know, I've watched a lot of the South, obviously, trying to get familiar with some of the new players that I'll be associated with. I was really impressed with McMaster's, the fly half from the South. Richard Herbert, who's here with SoCal, playing number 6. I know I said in the meeting last night, we spoke with a lot of the All-American selectors, and he's very, very high. I think a lot of them mentioned that he was probably player of the day on Thursday. But there's been quite a few performances. You can go through every squad just about and speak to a number of standout performances. Ross Silverman from the South had a good day at tight head on Thursday as well.
There's a good opportunity here for the West. Will they be able to finish it off?
Oh, that was beautiful.
And it's been popped inside. Charlie Uema with the great ball. Hunter Leland gets the try. And the West are now on the scoreboard. We're almost 30 minutes into this game. They score the first try. The West, though, still trails Southern Cal 13 points to 5 with the conversion to come. And that was nice lead-up work, Brian.
Boy, I thought that ball was going to be a forward pass. The referee was right there, though, to call it. He said play on to excellent work by the West. Good support. Forwards did some good build-up work, and the back's a nice finish. And again, good high ball take. That was well done. And then again, the forwards take it up, soften it up just a little bit, but here's a nice pass on the inside. That was one I thought was a bit forward. The referee said no, play on, and really quick hands by Charlie Uema. He finds his center combo. Hunter Leland, nice try by the West.
And Charlie Uema set up that try for Leland with the conversion attempt, and it is good. So the West narrowed the gap. 13 points to 7. They now trail Southern California. We got about 10 minutes to go in the first half of this Tier 1 championship final.
Well, Dan, tell us about your new role with USA Rugby and the coaching staff. How's that going?
It's obvious. We all know that there's a lot of work to be done. We've been pretty busy over the last 2.5 weeks. 3 games in almost 8 days. We've been really busy in the last week and a half, specifically. But the guys are working hard, the staff's working hard, and we're just doing all that we can to try to make sure with each performance we keep improving in the areas that we need to improve in.
And Derek Query, the number 8 for the West, with a strong hit up there. He gets the penalty. Southern Cal did not roll away out of that tackle. So the West building some momentum here in the waning minutes of this first half. Kick the touch, will find touch right on about the 40-meter line of Southern Cal. We'll have the line out set. Yeah, I saw Al Caravelli was obviously here taking a look at the talent. A lot of people having a look at what's floating around for future representative sides.
Definitely, and that's what, especially bringing it here to Glendale and being in such a nice venue, it really makes it a marquee event for the athletes as well. So it's nice. There's a lot of Super League club representation here. The national team coaches are all here for 7s and for 15s. So everyone's looking for that next crop of players, and there's definitely some out here that can help us move forward.
Chris Parker there takes it up for the West. The West really building some momentum here right at the moment. That's out to Johns. He's out wide. Bit of a wild high tackle attempt there from Southern Cal, but that's play on. No harm, no foul. The West continue going up. That's Logan Collins. He gets dumped. But we are going to have a penalty here. Hands in the rack by Southern Cal. The West really with an opportunity to tighten this game up right before the break, Brian.
Oh, and they certainly got their confidence after that try by Hunter Leland. They've really taken it to this Southern Cal team. It happened yesterday too, or Thursday. Hamish Roberts did not have the best of starts. They took him out, and things started to click at halftime. And they made that change a little sooner today before it got out of hand. And you can see just the renewed fire by this West side that they have in these last 5 or 10 minutes of play.
The next 10 minutes of live action are brought to you by the Irish Rover, situated in Denver's historic Baker District.
Good control again. Nice, effective takedown by Casey Rock.
Of course, he plays his rugby here. This is his home ground at Infinity Park. He plays with the Glendale Raptors Rugby Club.
Green ball.
That's one of the things they sort of changed over the years. They've allowed players to be able to come into these all-star championships if they play club rugby, should the university that they're attending not have a rugby program.
That's a good segue into my most recent job of working with the competitions and the eligibility side of it. Southern California has a couple players out there as well that if they are playing club rugby for Santa Monica, one is playing for Ombak, but they are fully enrolled students in an undergraduate institution. So they are allowed to compete in this event.
Yeah, I remember in my days when I was managing the Southern Cal side, that would have been heresy. But I think it's a good opportunity for these guys because it gives them more exposure on a bigger plane. And I think it's a smart rule change. As Southern Cal, a lot of pressure on that kick, but it does find its way into touch. Though the West will have to throw into this line out right on the quarter line of the Griffins.
We saw Duncan Kelm wasn't too happy with that kick. It might have been charged down, though, if he did get it up in the air because there was 2 West defenders just encircling him. And again, Casey Rock, great target at 6'9" and not in straight.
Yeah, you could see that one. It just sort of drifted to the outside arm of Casey Rock. So referee, Tim, right on the spot. So he will give the scrum feed to Southern Cal. As we take a look here, Brian, wobbly old pass, and yeah, there was some pressure coming.
Yeah, if he would have put that ball up in there, I'm pretty sure it would have been charged down. Good pressure by the West. Again, you just want to keep the SoCal team pinned down. Nice scrum. Oh, and a good driving tackle, I think, by the Griffins.
Well done there.
Who's going to come? Yeah, the Griffins are going to come away with this.
Yeah, Zach Heller, the number 8, saved the day. The West put an enormous amount of pressure on. Little dummy there from Purcell. That's the halfback variety. He takes it forward. West could have a turnover here, though, and they're going to get the penalty.
What a great answer for the West coming back after those 2 quick tries from SoCal.
A nice quick reply. They're going to go for the angled kick here, and I think it's going to be Hunter Leland. Actually, Charlie Uema going to try this long-range penalty kick from the angle. Yeah, excellent reply. They've really gotten the confidence back. That they started out a little sheepishly, but really turned it on these last 10 minutes.
Well, Dan, I want to thank you for coming up here and joining us here. We're getting ready to wrap it up for the first half here, SoCal West. Any final thoughts on the weekend?
No, my weekend obviously doesn't end until after tomorrow, and I've got to run out of here to get back for a jersey presentation in about 20 minutes back at the hotel. So I appreciate you guys having me, and thanks for everything you've done this weekend.
Well, we just want to thank you for popping by, Dan. Congratulations on your election to the coaching staff of the Eagles, and obviously best of luck at Life University next season.
All right, thank you.
Cheers, guys.
See you, Danny.
All right, that conversion was, that penalty attempt, was unsuccessful from Charlie Uema from the West. So with just a couple of minutes left of this first half, we'll get back underway with the 22-meter dropout by Alex Ross of Southern Cal. That's fielded there and brought down. Nice dummy there. Finds Johns. He's moved into the centers. Bobby Johns, skipper for the West side.
I don't know about you, Ray, but I've been pretty impressed with the way the West has played these last 15 minutes. Look at this.
There we go. Now he's in the touch. Just lost track of where he was on the field. It was a tight pass, but that was a good release from Logan Collins. Logan Collins, former All-American. He was injured earlier in the fall season when we saw Wyoming up here, Brian. He's storming back this afternoon here for the West.
Yeah, again, one of those guys who you love to have on your side, does all the little things right. It just seems like a switch went on in this West team. You know, once they made that switch, that change, and made that replacement, it's just like a different team out there. They've really played with a lot of fire. They're contesting at the breakdowns well. Their defense has been very physical, forcing turnovers.
A lot of work going on right now in this breakdown phase. Southern Cal are finally able to take it away.
Now we got the side judge with the flag out, Ray.
We will have a word from the assistant referee.
He's counter rucking. It's fine, okay? Step, guys. Step away.
Well, let's have a listen between the referee and his assistant.
Good.
All right.
What's up? What do you see?
So in the lineup, we had White, number 5.
Yeah.
Pulling down a green player.
Okay.
After his attempt to grab the ball.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. White 5, captain.
Just a technical penalty, that one. Just Casey Rock, Tim Buchanan. They are going at it full steam ahead.
Yeah, I think it was actually Chris Parker that got the other lock on this one.
Okay. I've already warned you. Leave that guy alone. Okay. If you don't get the ball in your hands, okay, no pulling of his arms. Okay. No more. Okay. We're going back. 10. Okay, we're going back to the lineouts.
You know, Ray, it was great to talk to Dan Payne.
Okay, for pulling down.
Yeah, he's had a busy few years. He led on back to the 2006 Super League title. And again, if it wasn't for him, they would not have won that. His on-field leadership was simply outstanding. Tremendous player. And then he said he wanted to coach rugby, so he signed up at San Diego State, took that team. That was kind of, just kind of going through the motions for a few years there, and brought it up to the upper echelon, the top 4 this year. And now he's got this opportunity with Life. He works for USA Rugby. Now he's coaching at USA Rugby. So, Dan, good on you, man. You've done a good job these last few years.
No, I can wholeheartedly agree with that. And you have to say, Dan Payne, he is one of the good ones, one of the good blokes in USA Rugby. There we see it.
There you see at the tail of that line. Yeah, not a whole lot in there. It didn't justify a warning, I don't think. Nicely contested that time by Casey Rock.
And that's been won by the West. So they'll have the final say here. That's the number 6, Luke Lineweber. Gee, I wouldn't want to be playing fly half marking him up if he's wearing the number 10. All right, he goes out wide. As we said, Bobby Johns has moved out into the centers. He takes it up. Little dart there by the replacement scrum half, James Gallo. Now the forwards run with it. That's Chris Parker. Slow ball here for the West. Gonna have to use the forwards. Once again, that's number 6, Luke Lineweber. That's not going anywhere. Not coming out. Ball trapped. So we will have the scrum down to the West. Glendale will host its 2nd annual Youth Rugby Academy from July 6 to 8, 2009. The academy is open for boys and girls aged 13 to 18. Each participant will receive professional instruction, opportunities to meet and learn from USA players, and an academy t-shirt. The academy will be held on Glendale's new turf pitch on Tuesday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Contact Jenna Anderson, Youth Rugby Coordinator, at janderson@glendale.co.us for much more information.
And Ray, the West just had an opportunity for a nice scrum ball, good field position as the SoCal pack turned them in the scrum. Now they're awarded that all-important put in just before the half ended. I think the West wanted one more scoring opportunity, didn't get it.
Loose pass there from Purcell.
Boy, some pretty sloppy ball coming off the tail.
Still, they got numbers out here. And Southern Cal, they'll take it up.
Southern Cal's got to be careful here. They don't want a penalty down deep in their own end. And
they don't want to turn the ball over and give the West a final chance. We're into injury time here in the first half. Little chip over the top by Purcell. Oh, excellent work there by Kelm. Went up high and got that ball. That's been knocked on. It's lost forward. The West, though, they have possession, and they will have the last say. Derek Query pops it back. Little dummy there from Johns. Oh, that's been knocked on. That's knocked on by the winger, Tim Curtis. So that should be the end of the first half. As it is. All right. The first half of this Tier 1 championship game is in the books. Southern Cal Griffins lead 13 points to 7 in a very competitive National Collegiate All-Star Championship. We will be right back with the highlights at halftime.
Drinking Mountain Dew Voltage will not actually electrify you. This was simply a metaphor, an admittedly weak metaphor to suggest it is intense. We hope you enjoyed it, but fully understand if you did not.
I can't believe she said that. Hey, do you want to take Pilates class with me? I think it'd be fun.
Want a better place to watch the game? Then come down to football fan heaven at Old Chicago and catch all the action with tasty made-from-scratch pizzas, the best calzones on the planet, our world-famous wings, 110 beers from around the world, and plenty of football fans to share the fun. Hey, what more do you need? Old Chicago. Eat, drink, be yourself.
Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. See, me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the
said American, Native American. So that's 2 Americans, really. Yeah, we sent the kid I saw in crutches.
All right, welcome back to Infinity Park, Glendale, Colorado, for a very competitive Division I. Sorry.
Job lined up yet? So Duncan's his name. Maybe I'll come in as dad. We need this kid in New York City.
Welcome back. It's halftime here at Infinity Park, where we see the Southern Cal Griffins leading the West 13 points to 7 in a very competitive first half. And Brian, this is great championship rugby.
Oh, it's fantastic. We're seeing lots of hitting, lots of scoring opportunities, some good play by both sides. You know, some unforced errors are creeping in as well, but we saw a very, very close, hard-fought first half, and there were some pretty good moments in that first half. It looked like San Diego State, or it looked like, SoCal were going to dominate early on. We saw a couple of tries by them. Alex Ross scored a try to make it 8-0 at that point for SoCal, and just a couple of minutes later, we see a wayward kick bounce right into the hands of Peter Tiberio, and Tiberio has enough pace to just elude the last 2 West defenders to make it 13-0, and it looked like it might be a little bit of a rout at that point, but a nice take on this high ball here by the West. Then the forwards took it up, they battered it around a little bit, went all the way out to one wing, and then back inside, a nice little pass to Charlie Uwima, and Uwima did well right here in the tackle to get it out to the supporting Hunter Leland to score the try. And again, the last 15, 20 minutes out of that half, very impressive play by the West. This is going to be a really hard-fought last 40 minutes.
Absolutely. What a great way to end the collegiate season. A great final. When we come back, we'll have the second half action for you.
Wells Fargo knows that everyone has a vision for their future. Everyone has a someday they'd like to reach. It could be saving up for your kids' college, or buying a home, or it could be retirement. That's why for over 150 years, our mission has been to make the road that leads you to your someday a little easier. Seize your someday. Wells Fargo.
Somewhere in this town. See, me and the boys, we don't like it, so we're getting up and going down. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the
Experience Infinity Park. The possibilities are endless. From small gatherings to large galas, weddings, and trade shows. Inside, choose from our dazzling ballroom to executive conference rooms. All in Colorado's newest high-tech events environment. Outside, Infinity Park's national and international summer rugby series. Hot summer concerts. Monday movie madness and more. All just minutes from downtown Denver. Visit us online at thedenverchannel.com. Infinity Park, where possibilities are endless.
In today's fast-paced business environment, your visual communications have to do more than just look good. They have to work. That's where we come in. We're Alpha Graphics, locally owned and operated, right up the street or just a mouse click away. We're your one-stop, full-service visual communication expert. For greater impact, smarter solutions, real results. Make the connection at your local Alpha Graphics Center.
Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Infinity Park here. We are just about ready for the start of the second half of this very competitive Tier 1 championship game, the National Guard USA Rugby Collegiate All-Star Championships. The SoCal Griffins leading 13 points to 7 over the Western Mustangs. All right, the Churchill Cup continues. Tomorrow night, USA versus England at 6 p.m. Georgia versus Ireland straight after at 8 p.m. right here on Fox Sports Net. What a weekend of rugby here at Infinity Park. And we are underway. Southern Cal.
Oh, fantastic start by Chris Parker.
Unable to regain that kickoff. Chris Parker does great work for the West. And Brian, the West really got their tails up in the latter part of that first half. Southern Cal's going to have to do something special here, else the West, they keep the wind in their sails. They could really come away with a win here.
Well, that last 20 minutes of play in that first half was pretty much dominated by the West. They have an inside play here.
There it is. That's Bobby Johns inside. That's the winger, number 14, Anna Ducoin. And yes, it is the West. They are on fire right after the break. First try of the second half. That makes the scores very close. The West still trails Southern Cal 13 points to 12, but with the conversion to count, Brian, it's the West who are out of the gates.
Boy, you could just see that opening up for them. They had that support play, and you know, Rich Cortez said, if our support is there, we're going to do fine. And look at this play. When it comes out wide, they get good, nice, quick ball here. And again, you got to go back to the restart play by Parker. Watch the nice little run there by Boo Michael. Back inside to Bobby John. John, great vision, great awareness. He had DeCoin on his outside. Excellent try, well-worked try by this West side.
Coming back from the break, Brian, it was very obvious that both sides were right in the thick of this battle. But it's the West that have gotten out to the fast start. The first try and only the opening minute of this game, of this half. Kick is up, and that's off the upright, and out.
Boy, you gotta make that.
Charlie Uema would love to have that one back again, off the upright. So Southern California cling to their 1-point lead, 13 points to 12 over the West. And Brian, the Southern Cal side really has to regroup and think about what they're going to do to stop this pressure from the West.
Yeah, and again, it all started in that first half by the restart, or the second half by the restart. Watch this play by the West. They go up high, and look at Parker, just got the big paw up there, right straight down to Casey Rock. Excellent play.
All right, we're back underway.
And now Casey Rock, good secure possession right in.
They're going to keep this ball in play because that was taken back into the quarter. And that's back to the fullback, Ross, looking for the far corner. Cover is there, good work there. The defense is up though. Good kick chase there from Peter Tiberio.
Well, I think that's the one thing we've seen by both these teams. They have good pursuit of any kick and chase ball.
Little inside ball there. The West maintaining pressure. Now comes out long raking kick into the quarter of Southern Cal. Kick for touch comes down. Safe, not a lot of distance, so we're going to have the line out from the West. That looks like one of the replacement players on right now for Southern California. That's number 20, Josh Cudworth. The next 10 minutes of live action are brought to you by Lowe's Hotel, where luxury and value meet. Good work there by Southern Cal, disrupt that throw. Now they're able to take it on. Let's see if they can build some pressure against the West defense. Purcell. Now it comes out quickly. Well done there. Alex Ross had a lot of work to do with the defense coming up very quickly on him.
Well, he did well once he got in the tackle as well. Good presentation.
Nick Regas did well to fight off the defenders. And now it's with Ross Silverman. Big dummy there for Brian Purcell. Loose pass though, that went forward. And the West are able to regather. Advantage is played, so we will now play on through the number 7, Eddie McKenna. Plays with the Santa Monica club. And now it's inside, and we're into touch. It was knocked into touch, though, by a West player, so Southern Cal will retain possession with the throw into this line-out. And that was a pretty positive comeback there from Southern Cal, Brian.
Yeah, Southern Cal just, I think, has to relax a little bit more at the breakdown there. They're forcing some passes, and it's causing turnover ball. But again, a nice little breakthrough by Brendan Purcell.
Nice line out. Good running ball. That's good strong run there. That was the inside center. Regas. Now it comes out. Show the ball. Takes the gap. There's the outside center, Stephen Mulhall. Southern Cal recycle well. Once again, it's that man, Peter DeBerio. Purcell. Oh.
Play on. Oh, it looked backwards to me. Ref said no, knock forward.
Looked like actually the ball was knocked out of his hands by the defender. So
I think it went backwards on the knock.
Yeah, if anything, the knock on should have gone the other way to Southern Cal because the defender from the West knocked it on. Okay, we got a substitute player coming on for the West.
Looks like Lineweber's heading to the lines. And it looks like Brendan Purcell also for SoCal calling it a day.
Yeah, Charlie Pappas is on right now as the West go down the blind side. Pops it out. Well done there from number 14, Adam Ducoin. He's got the first try of the second half. Got advantage being played here right now. Southern Cal do have possession. The West knocked on, so it's play on right now. And I think we had a knock on there, so we're going to come back to the first infraction. Southern Cal with the scrum feed.
Scrum! All right, guys. Back this way a little bit.
Good, hard, aggressive play by both these sides. Forcing a couple of knock-ons. And again, scoring opportunities by both. I thought SoCal was going to break through that time. You know, we've mentioned Nick Regas a couple of times. He's never played 12 before. He's been playing inside center this weekend. He's did very well so far. He's lined up at the fly half position right now.
A lot of pressure on the Southern Cal scrum there. The number 8 does well.
Boy, there's a lot of room over here on this corner if they can put a little kick behind.
Referee's playing advantage to the West, though, and they've got the turnover. Kick is blocked there.
You don't want it.
Holding on there by Southern Cal.
Don't get cross with me, okay?
Number 13.
You don't want to play advantage.
Hunter Leland,
right now.
who's gone to fly half for the West.
Okay.
In with the good work at the breakdown.
Nice opportunity here for the West to put SoCal back inside their 22. They've done well on their own ball on the lineout with Casey Rock, that big 6'9" target. You've got to love him. And the combination between him and Juan Stolen have been pretty spot on today offensively.
The International Rugby Academy of New Zealand is coming to Glendale for a high-performance rugby development course. The high-performance player development course runs from July 27 to August 14, while the high-performance coach development course from August 3 to August 14. For more information, please check out GlendaleRugby.com. We're back with live action. Southern Cal. Another scrappy performance around the line-out. That kick is not going to be successful by Jamie Purcell. That's going to go into touch on the fly, so we're going to bring it back here for another line-out.
Good pressure by this West defense. They've been all over SoCal. Really haven't allowed them to create too many opportunities for themselves. Oh, nice.
A little variation in the line out there. That was the number 7, Logan Collins, who got up high for that. Good defense, though, from Southern Cal. Replacement scrum half, James Gallo gives the ball up. Bobby Johns. Sounds like he should be playing in the Welsh Highlands. Now we carry on. The West just building it patiently right now.
They look pretty organized. I'm pretty impressed the way they've been playing. You know, the last 20, 30 minutes of this game, they've been very, very good.
All right, that's out to the winger.
Oh, look at that field awareness. Excellent job by that winger. Who is that? Is that Adam DeCoin?
That's DeCoin again.
Excellent field awareness. He had nothing to work with over there.
No, he had millimeters.
Casey Rock put him in the worst position possible.
All right, some hard work going on in here. Southern Cal counter-rucking, but it comes out the West way. A little bit of how's your father there, nothing too serious.
Oh, and a stolen ball. Oh.
We're going to have the penalty, not rolling away.
Lie in there. You were just
That's why it was stolen.
Yeah.
It's too many times
Southern
on you.
Cal just laying across the ball. Looked like number 8, Zach Heller. So we are going to have a shot at goal. Let's take a look at it, Brian.
Well, let's see if I'm not sure if we can see that. It must be that player right there. They're trying to. That's one way of doing it.
I think that's Joey Brown with the hair.
But again, great pressure by the West, and you get rewarded when you keep the pressure on a team. You're going to get rewarded with penalty kick opportunities, and that's exactly what we see here with the West. And I'm sure Uwima would love to make up for that missed point after attempt not too long ago.
Slightly more difficult kick. He's right on the 5-meter line infield on the 22. So it's going to be a pretty tough kick here. Have a look at his day today. Just 1 out of 3 so far. This would be a big one. It's up. And that's off the upright again. That's 2 in a row he's had hit the hardware. And Southern Cal's able to regather, but they knocked the ball on. So we are going to have a scrum down to the West. And I don't know, Brian, Charlie Uwima, I don't think he'd get 2 in a row off the hardware if he tried. So we are going to go to the scrum. The West with an opportunity here. Johns is to the right with his winger try scorer Ducongi. On the open side, got a deep back line.
I think that's a break for the West. I think they're going to put this down, and West going to put it in again. It looked like it was going to go it looked like it was going to go SoCal's way. But the thing lost its footing. The scrum lost its footing. The referee said, let's repack it. West put in. And Query's been pretty effective off the base, right? He's been having some strong runs.
If they could give him a good platform, it could go either way. But they're going to go open.
Oh, they have numbers.
Nice little dummy there. Good ball inside. The trailing runner coming through. That was Uwima. Loose pass there. That's going to be tough to handle. And Southern Cal get the ball up through Zach Heller.
And advantage.
Another little chip through from Jamie Purcell. They're going to have the advantage with the scrum feed, and they will pack that scrum over on the far sideline.
Boy, it's funny, we called the Tier 2 game earlier today, and whenever it's anybody losing their footing at the tackle situation, they were blowing it up, and we were seeing a lot of guys, both teams diving into the breakdowns, and the referees just letting them play on. So again, that total interpretation by the referee.
Good. Okay, let's go. Scrum, green ball.
And a good lesson, you always have to play the refs.
Absolutely. Got to be able to play the man with the whistle. Tell you what, Brian, I've been pretty impressed with Jamie Purcell's kicking around the base of the rucks and mauls and everything. He's been very, very busy today. As you see that scrum just fall apart after the whistle blew.
Again, that big, powerful front row by the West. Mike George playing in your loose head. Solid game in the opener. Tony Lewis, really good second half performance. You talked about Irans earlier. Tony Lewis went down to New Zealand for that Irans camp last year.
No, I mean, we're seeing the benefit of these guys being able to go down to these high-level coaching things. And that's why it's such a value if you can attend the course right here in Glendale. I mean, what a deal. Be able to save all the travel and everything, though personally I think the travel's half the fun.
Yeah, and plus, going down there, you get that cultural experience as well. But again, all those expert coaches are coming up here, and that is, like you said, if you get an opportunity to take the course here, you're going to learn a lot.
That was a beautiful clearing kick there from Southern Cal, able to take play almost up to the halfway line. That really has relieved the pressure that the West was building. 13 points to 12 right now. 54 minutes into the second half. The Southern Cal Griffins lead the Western Mustangs.
And Ray, you get the feeling that this one's going to come right down to the wire. There's not a whole lot between these teams. Both teams playing very aggressive.
That's the number 6 for Southern Cal, Richard Herbert. We heard Dan Payne mention that he is being looked at. He's having a storming game once again here this afternoon.
Oh, they got some numbers out wide. Oh, slow ball, though. Allows the West to reorganize a bit.
Good show of the ball. This is the replacement winger, Josh Cudworth. Still maintains possession, driving forward.
All the way
We're going to need to get it back.
Back foot, White. White, back foot, 5, White, back foot. Step.
White players lucky not to be penalized there, but Southern Cal able to maintain the possession. Purcell just wisely takes it in.
Well, it's been a lot of slow ball, though, for SoCal. They need some quick possession, try to get that back line in gear.
Ross Silverman just hit it up off the edge. Let's see if Southern Cal can be patient in this area. They're just inching their way forward. Now it comes out. That's Kelly. Gets it to his outside center, Mulhall. They are teammates at San Diego State. And we're going to see a penalty here from offside.
Wing. We're up offside.
Up offside. So Southern Cal here, I imagine, will have a shot at goal to try to extend their lead.
Yeah, I think Duncan Kelm, well, it looks like he's lining up looking at touch anyway. And Joey Brown's looking at touch. What's Duncan Kelm doing? Yeah, I think DeCoin got called for the offsides. It looks like they might be popping up a little ball to their forwards, maybe.
I think they're going to go for the tap.
Okay. I can't help that. Let's go.
He's going for the line out.
Yep. Try and bring it down. And he has done the good thing, kept it in play. We will have the line out right on the 5-meter line of the West. And this is really, Brian, the first real pressure that Southern Cal has been able to apply in this second half.
And again, I think you hit on the nail on the head. It's all about patience now. You try to take your opportunities when you can, but again, you got to have some patience. Don't do those 50-50 passes where it could result in a knock-on. Settle it down, get the ruck ball, and keep possession.
Tommy, front yours.
We saw James Gallo for the West. He was down for a little bit, but stays in the game.
White, you were set.
It's been a different West team since he did come into that lineup in about the middle of the first half.
You were set. Stay where you are.
Okay, let's see if they go to Buchanan. This guy has been solid today.
Joey Brown with the throw for Southern Cal. Gets it up and brought down beautifully by Buchanan.
Yeah,
they set it up, and they've got a great drive going here, Southern Cal. Are they going to get it out? No, held up just over the try line. Referee Tim Luscombe in perfect position to see if he got it down. Who gets up off the ground? Number 13 for the West. Hunter Leland got under that.
Well, perfect execution by SoCal. And again, Buchanan skies high. And look at the nice little roll around the end. Buboltz from San Diego State. Great drive by SoCal. Oh, and look at that. That was that 13?
That was 13.
Hunter Leland, who came in from his fly half position, did well.
All right, we've got a try here right now, though. Southern Cal busted off the edge of the ruck. And
is that
realistically, maybe that's just justice, because if the referee hadn't blown that up quite so quick, Southern Cal may have got a try in the play before. But Brian, let's take a look at this. And that's number 5 off the back row. That's going to be scored by the number 12, Nick Regas, in support. Number 5, Ilyasa Tukuavu.
Yeah.
Beautiful play.
Well, the key was he kept his hands alive, Ray, and was able to spot. I'm sure that Regas was just screaming as he was coming to the line that he wanted that pass, but way to go to Tukuafu, Sia Tukuafu, who kept his hands free and just spotted the man untouched and nobody around him. And Regas, nice score for SoCal. They needed something like that, Ray, to get this momentum back in their favor.
And the conversion there is good from Duncan Kelm. So Southern Cal has hit back just the way they needed to. They now extend the lead 20 points to 12 over the West. Now later this month, women's rugby will take center stage at Infinity Park, June 23rd to 28th, as your USA women's national team takes on their northern rivals from Canada in the Women's Can-Am, June 23rd and 27th. And the U19 Women's National LAU Tournament is here 27th and 28th of June. Now check out GlendaleRugby.com for more information. And we are back underway as the ball just squirts out of that ruck. The West are able to maintain possession.
Oh, that's offside. Good call by the referee. Joey Brown way too quick for SoCal coming up.
They're playing with advantage. The referee Luscombe comes back. Joey Brown obviously coming up a little too quick. Skipper just a little too excited.
But again, another nice restart by the West. Chris Parker able to secure that possession, and a new guy in the lineup, Charlie Pappas, number 21. He had a hand in it as well, but good play by the West.
And as we reach the 60-minute mark here, I'd like to introduce Brian Lowe, editor for AmericanRugbyNews.com, to the commentary booth. Brian, you've been following all the collegiate action up here this weekend. This is an absolute cracker of a final.
Yeah, it's certainly worthy of a final, isn't it? It's been a real arm wrestle pretty much from the opening kickoff, and well, you know, that's what championship games are all about.
Absolutely. In the West, we saw them have a great 15 minutes before halftime. Begun the second half in great form. Southern Cal hits back, and now the West, with an opportunity to get their hands on the ball, are doing very well. Now let's keep in mind the ELVs are no longer experimental. You can't bring them all down. But they're all right. Good run here, keeping the ball alive. Hunter Leland moved in the fly half now for the West. Southern Cal may have turned this over. And yes, Jamie Purcell hits it off the edge. I think he could have used a forward to help him out there.
Yeah, it might have been Scott Brown for SoCal that stole that ball, but they've done well to march this far out. I thought Jamie Purcell was going to get caught with ball up in the air. Oh, they got an attack out wide.
And they're willing to run it. That's number 13, Steve Mulhall. He's tackled. Now we got a penalty going to Southern Cal.
In the side.
They were brave, Brian, and they were able to take advantage of the situation. Now with the penalty, they'll take it right out of the danger zone.
And Ray, they were rewarded with that, with the way to running out of their own try zone. Nice job by SoCal. I thought Mulhall had a couple of guys out wide on them that could have maybe created a scoring opportunity, but as it is, they're going to at least get out towards midfield with Duncan Kelm kicking.
You know, guys, on Thursday in the semi-finals, I didn't think the West played all that well. When they played as well as they needed to win, but they've lifted their game today against these guys from Southern California, no doubt.
We talked about it. It was a similar situation when they made that first half substitute. They waited till halftime on Thursday. And let's see if we can... Okay, and there's the, I think the penalty that the referee was playing advantage. James Gallo, I think, that threw the leg in there for the West.
Nice steal there from the West, right at the front of the lineup.
Yeah, I think that was Casey Rock.
So the West build pressure once again. Charlie Pappas, Colorado State flanker, moves the pile forward. Tough pass there to handle. That's been knocked on. Hunter Leland with the knock on. That was a tough ball to handle. So we will come back for the scrum to Southern Cal. And I have to admit, Brian, you followed, and I know you wrote this week all about the preparations that the Southern Cal side has. They're not the biggest team in this competition, but I've been impressed with the way they play the game.
Yeah, well, they invited me along to hang out with them all week and, follow their progress, and so far it's been a wonderful story. From their perspective and from their fans' perspectives. I hope it continues. Of course, if you're a West fan and you don't want that, you don't want to see that. But you're right. I mean, they're not the biggest guys, but they've got heart, and I've been watching them all week long at their training sessions, in the meeting rooms, all that kind of stuff. These guys came here on a mission.
Well, mate, you may be the good luck charm. They may watch you around all the time.
The mascot.
Well, I also tipped the South to win Tier 2, and I was pretty lucky to come away with that one too.
Yeah, Dan Payne he'll be batting 1,000 today if both the South and Southern Cal come through. We got a blood replacement right now. Aaron Wilkinson's on. James Gallo has come off the field. He needs to get tidied up. So Aaron Wilkinson on for the West.
After the penalty,
Southern Cal, though, they take play down near the quarter line for this upcoming line out. in West Territory. And now, Brian, what are we going to do? Are we going to see the Southern Cal side ruck and ball and drive it towards the try line? It seems to go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful second half. We're seeing both teams attacking. Now they need a ball first. But again, the lineout for SoCal. Buchanan, Brian, I don't know about Thursday, but he's really been effective so far. And you got the new guy, Scott Brown, who just came into the game for Midwest, or for SoCal, takes the ball down nicely.
Ross Silverman with the hit up there, the tight end prop from Southern Cal.
Oh, they got numbers
and now
here.
they run. Good vision there. Comes out to Alex Ross, the fullback into the line. It's kind of a looper of a pass. They would have liked it quicker. That's Stephen Mulhall. And the ball comes back. Loose pass there, but it's going to be found by the forwards. And that's Tim Buchanan, having a monster of a game for Southern Cal. Goes out, checked there. Little dummy there. Eddie McKenna takes it on. Ball's coming back well for Southern Cal right now. Purcell, though, tough. Good hands, though, from Cal. Pops it up to the number 19, Scott Brown.
Good fresh legs in there. Let him ram it up a little bit.
Now it's back out to Kelm. Little dummy, little show of the ball. Not in a great position here, though. They're going to need him to drive it on. Because number 7, Logan Collins, has got good position. But yes, Southern Cal will retain possession here. Just pops out and stays with Southern Cal.
Very nice hands by Ross Silverman.
He's been busy this second half. Now it comes out, little show of the ball. And that's Tiberio. He's in for a second try. Show of the ball. A good solid run. And Brian Lowe, I got to say, this kid from Arizona is making a statement.
Oh, no, he's a stud. Quite frankly, there's no other way to put it. And, you know, Dave Sitton, head coach down there in Tucson, has been talking this guy up all season long. You can obviously see why.
Absolutely. 2 tries today. And Brian Vizard, that was great patient build-up from the Southern California forwards.
Yeah, excellent work by the forwards. And also wonderful hands. You talked about Silverman being busy. Great hands on him. Nice step by Tiberio. And again, we saw that step in the first half. I think it was on the other foot in the first half, but good little pace. Didn't have a whole lot of distance to cover this time, but once you get a guy with gas throwing that one step and that hole just opens up and there's nobody that can catch him. Excellent try by SoCal. And again, back and forth from almost touchline to touchline. They did a wonderful job with the patience, good recycling. And again, that's how you win championships.
You know, Viz, just getting back to your question from a few moments ago about Tim Buchanan, the lock from Southern Cal. Yeah, to answer your question, he had a blinder on Thursday. And I know for a fact that the All-American selectors, who were here, of course, for all this, had their eye on him. Unfortunately, he won't be eligible because he's on exchange from the University of Queensland Rugby Academy in Australia. But yeah, he's had a big impact. He's done it again this afternoon, hasn't he?
The conversion was unsuccessful there by Duncan Kelm. So the score remains 25 points to 12. We're down to 67 minutes into this match. The Tier 1 final. National Guard USA Rugby Collegiate All-Star Championships. In Southern Cal, all they got to do is 13 minutes of controlled, patient rugby, and they will be crowned champions for 2009. Do not write off the West. They've still got a lot of game in them. That's a try scorer, Ducombe. Finds his fullback, Boo McKell. And now it's out wide. Little chip through there by Johns. Oh. Alex Ross tried to take that at full speed and take it down the sideline. Wasn't successful.
He's got to be playing advantage. I don't see the arm out for the ref.
No.
It's definitely a knock-on by Alex Ross.
The West do maintain pressure and possession. And it comes out. Hunter Leland controlling the play, finding his forwards on the inside. Leland goes wide with it now. Back out to Johns. As we said, he's moved into the centers, shows his versatility.
And very well defensed by SoCal. They're getting up quick. They force that knock-on.
And we got advantage being played right now. Southern Cal with possession. Purcell gets it out. And now that's Ross. Oh, he's just in the touch. Oh, no, the touch judge says play on. Looked like he was in the touch.
Oh, he was in the touch. It sure looked like it from here.
Assistant referee Tom Coburn there had the closer view.
You know, I have to say, too, in the first half.
Brian, let's see if we can see if Alex Ross went into touch or not. Well,
a bit hard to see as he was in the road there, but yeah. There was one questionable pass in the first half for the West first try. Did you guys pick that up, the forward pass?
Well, you know, the ref was right there.
Yeah,
we thought it might have been forward, but the referee said play on, so we just we didn't have a good camera angle on it. But, you know, it was a nice little play by the West. Again, one of those plays where it started on the right sideline, came all the way over here. Yeah, I think Ross has to definitely be in touch here.
Yeah, watch the left foot. There we go.
Yeah, it should have been a line out to the West, but as it is, it's going to be a scrum down now with a SoCal put in.
Yeah, we got a player down on the far side of the field, Derek Query, the number 8. He's been down for a little while now, so they're taking a look at his ankle. Nope, we got a cramp.
Yeah, he's had a pretty strong game from the base of the scrum, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see SoCal march it downfield again. They're up by, 13 now. Drop goal put them outside of the 2 converted try 14-point differential, so we may see them line up for a drop kick. They tried a couple of ill-advised ones in the first half, but this will be a good opportunity for them here in a second.
Absolutely. All they need is the next points of this game, and they can feel pretty confident in putting this one away. And Brian, all of the teams that have been out here, guys have really come out here, they've played hard, and it's been a wonderful weekend, you know, really chronicling how good collegiate rugby is becoming.
Oh, it's getting stronger and stronger, isn't it? As we mentioned earlier in the day, we were talking about high school rugby and youth rugby in general improving, also too as collegiate rugby because of that.
Yeah, you covered the high school and under-19 championships in Pittsburgh, and wow, there was some good play out there.
Yeah, there was, that's right.
All right, Southern Cal doing just what we thought they'd do. They're controlling the ball. Good work from Alex Ross there, hanging on to the ball. Needs a little bit of support there. One of the best for Southern Cal has been Jamie Purcell at scrum half. Good inside ball. Finds Joey Brown.
Well, here could be that drop goal. Kelm's there. Nope, they're not going to do it this time.
We're going to run an inside ball. Good ball.
It's Tiberia again.
Tiberia again, but the ball's been turned over. That's Tony Lewis, the tight-headed, takes it away for the West. And now off the edge, that's Pappas.
Yeah, still plenty of fight left in this Mustang side.
Fullback Boumakel has gone to halfback now with James Gallo getting some attention with the blood bin. Now it's coming back slowly for the West. They play it back. Somebody needs to straighten, and Bobby Johns is just the man to do it.
Well, this SoCal defense has been pretty impressive. They've reorganized very quickly.
Nice work there, Southern Cal. That's the replacement, number 16, Zach
Fenolio, I think that's how you pronounce that one.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody knows what to say here.
Oh, I've been in camp with these guys for a week. I should hope I know how to pronounce their names.
Right. There we go. Good inside ball there from number 6, Richard Herbert.
Again, good play by SoCal. Nice patience. Good recycling.
Driving towards the line. Jamie Purcell's there. Now it comes out. And they got numbers out wide if they can get it there. Alex Ross. And that's going to go to the replacement with it. Josh Cudworth. And Southern Cal with that try look like wrapping up the championship. 30 points to 12 they lead over the West. Kick to come. And Brian Lowe, what a just reward for this, all the work the Southern Cal side has done.
Oh yeah, you know, and you and I have been following this from the get-go. You can watch this. It's actually Grant Dismuke, Vizzy. He's a Cal Poly lad. He just came on in the second half, and he finished off nicely there.
So that's Grant.
That's Grant, yep.
All right.
All right. That was a late change to the lineups that we weren't aware of, but all right. I'm glad we got the player correct.
Glad you came up here, Louie.
Yeah.
Glad to be of assistance.
And Brian, I know you got to get back once again to your computer for all the scores. We're in the last 10 minutes, but thanks again for joining us up here. Your flag waving for collegiate rugby is certainly justified, and appreciate you being here.
Well, thanks very much again for having me. It's been a pleasure, and enjoy the rest of the game.
See you, Loy.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll be getting a call from the Griffins coaches about that mascot job.
And conversion there is successful. Duncan Kelm with the long-range conversion just sees Southern California out. They lead by 20 over the West now, 32 points to 12. We're coming down to the last 5 minutes of this game.
Henry, I think it's a good time to congratulate both these coaching staffs. Jeremy Ognall, Scott Bracken, Fabio Camana for SoCal have done an outstanding job. Rich Cortez, Tim Russo, Steve Lewis, Jim Snyder, Freddie Waititi for this West. I mean, they put a lot of time and effort into this and have really got their teams ready for this championship game.
Little bobble there by the winger. But he's all right. He finds his fullback, Bill McKell. He's still on his feet going. Nice continuity work there by the West. Still a lot of fight in this side, even though we're counting down to the end of this game.
Off white, green ball. White, you're on the line.
And the final 10 minutes of action in this game are brought to you by the Irish Rovers, situated in Denver's historic Baker District. Joey Brown, one of the best for Southern Cal, Brian. There's a few guys here in line for possible selection as man of the match.
Yeah, very strong performance by Joey Brown. The lineouts have been clicking all day long. Good discipline by him, good leadership. Right when things look like they're going to go a little sideways for SoCal, he got his team righted. And again, they came back and scored a couple of marvelous tries.
Mark there taken by Miles Dempsey out of the Loyola Marymount School. Taps it back. Kick goes downfield, so we'll have a line out. Now join us Monday nights right here at Infinity Park for Monday Movie Madness. All summer long on select Monday nights, movies will be shown on the Jumbotron. Now next Monday, the film on June the 15th will be Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now gates open at 7:30, the movies start at 8, and best of all, admission is free. Check out Infinity Park at Glendale.com for the full schedule and more information about Monday Movie Madness. And a not straight there, so we're going to have a scrum down to Southern Cal. And yeah, I think we really do have to think about a couple of players in the match right now, Brian.
Well, Tiberius scored a couple of tries. I mean, he has a lethal step, which we've seen on both those occasions. They were kind of tries that SoCal needed at the time. So, I mean, he's played a good game. I think Mulhall's run well. I like the way this kid, he's come in. I mean, that's what you want from an impact player. You want your reserves to run hard. Scott Brown, ever since he got in this ball game, has just been running hard. Straight north and south running. Has really gave his team good go-forward ball.
No, I got to admit though, Brian, Jamie Purcell has run this side well from the scrum half position. If they've been in trouble, his kick has got him out of it. He's linked with his forwards. He's made everything a winner. Between him and Tim Buchanan, a couple of good performances there as well. And Alex Ross, another good kick there, sending back the West deep into their own quarter. Well fielded there. In the West, they've got nothing to lose right now. They might as well have a go. Not a good kick because that's going to fall into the hands of Joey Brown, and he knows only one way to go, and that's straight ahead. Skipper for the Southern California side, Purcell. Little kick through there from Calms. Beautiful kick.
Nice.
That's going to just drag play up.
Well, I like the way Buchanan played too. I mean, he was stellar in the line-out today. We saw him in the loose a bit. And again, good team performance by this SoCal team. Nobody really did a whole lot wrong. A lot of guys did well. Alex Ross, he came in. Mulhall was tough in the centers too.
And for this West side, there have been some good performances there. I thought their whole front row was really effective. That's a big front row, and all three of those guys, George, Wanstolen, and Lewis, played really well. And of course, Chris Parker, maybe not as well known as Casey Rock, but very effective in the second row.
Yeah, Casey Rock did well on his own throws. On the West throw-ins, he was outstanding. I mean, it's great to have a 6'9" guy in your line-out. But I thought Leland Hunter played extremely well when he got moved to the fly half position. Things really changed for that team. Bobby John's good player wherever he plays. And again, I thought Derek Query, strong runs off the base, but some real good solid performances from a number of players today.
As you would expect in a championship final, both these sides having very good games. The Southern Cal right now with the 20-point lead as we wind it down in the last couple of minutes. The West, they're still going to have a go. Face ball across. Now it comes out to the wing. Links back inside. Southern Cal's defense. Southern Cal, though, their defense, and really the West just going side to side. Nobody really injecting any pace go forward.
Yeah, they need to straighten that ball up when it starts getting out wide. They just continue to drift to the sideline, and it's easier for SoCal to defend at that point.
Hands in the ruck there from Southern Cal, so the penalty will go to the West. They're going to try and get as much real estate as they can. And they will have to throw into the line out on the Southern Cal 40.
Mustangs maintain possession, line out.
Brian, there is the trophy for the Tier 1, the national championship for the Collegiate All-Stars. Included in that was also the MVP award. That's going to go to, no doubt, one of the players from Southern Cal. Another player in the hunt there. Richard Herbert took the ball up. So Southern Cal putting the pressure on right to the end. And now Southern Cal goes quickly, as they're able to. Nice clearing kick over into space. The Southern Cal chase is good. The ball will beat the man to touch. That was Miles Dempsey on the chase. The ball into touch. And we're down to the last 30 seconds.
Well, there's that Minutemen MVP award that they give to the man of the match. And again, the Big Eagle for the Tier 1 All-Star Collegiate team.
The national championship.
Yes.
National championship.
Very impressive Eagle.
This should be our last set phase play of the game. Southern Cal will have control of it. Check that. That was number 19, Brown. Finds a support player. They get it up right in the middle of the field. Purcell. Ross Silverman, very good second half. Back to Brown. We're into injury time right now. So that should do it. The Southern Cal Griffins with an explosive second